What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, I'm not sure if this is the name of the group or if this is a title of a subject. We're just gonna call it what it is. Making its debut, their debut, I'm not 100% sure, on the channel tonight, we have Metal Helsinger. Yes, indeed. How about that? Metal Helsinger making its debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Language Learner QC. And Language Learner QC wanted to see me react to this song by Metal Helsinger featuring Serj Tankian, alright, with a tune entitled No Tomorrow. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, what? You serious? I've heard this song before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Pieces of Lembas. Sure, why not? And the video has 2.6 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Metal Helsinger, No Tomorrow, featuring Serj Tankian from System of a Down. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
sounds like we might have a guitar solo here. Switching between straight time to a halftime feel to a double time feel, back to the straight time feel, all within a period of 8 measures. A little quick, I kind of wish they had doubled the length of each of those. When they switched to the halftime, I really wish they had gone for 8. And when they switched to the double time, I wish they had taken that for 8 as well. Give it a little more chance to expand. Give it a little more chance to have the spotlight put on it, and give the listener a chance to acclimate themselves to those new feels. I do feel like it was a little shoehorned, a little rushed, but it still sounded good. I've said this before when it comes to Serj. I'm not the biggest Serj fan. I have my reasons. On a personal level, I have my reasons for not being the biggest Serj fan. But there's no denying his vocal talent. There's absolutely no denying his vocal ability and his vocal capability. The guy can sing low, he can sing high, he can sing fast, he can sing slow, he can sing flatlined, he can sing with vibrato, he can project with super strong operatic power. At the same time, he can sing in a whisper. I mean, he's a very versatile vocalist, okay? And he's showing off his versatility here. He absolutely is. But he's showing it off in ways that all fit within the context of the song. So I have no complaints about his vocal ability, and I have no complaints about his vocal delivery on this song. So, instrumentation, I like everything that's happening. I love the guitar tone. It's nice. It's thick. It's crunchy without being too thick. It's not muddy at all. There are a couple places in the song where it gets kind of hollow, where it's just riffing for the sake of riffing. There's no melodic lines. There's no, well, that just says it all right there. I mean, you can't have counter melodic lines or harmonic lines if you don't have a melodic line to set the mood and tone. There's just nothing there. It's just riffing. A little for the sake. Okay, in a live setting, it's a different story, but in a studio recording, it's not really needed. You know, it's really kind of unnecessary. Would have been nice if we had had something over the top there. A little guitar solo, maybe. Some type of subdivision break, some type of rhythmic break happening there. That might have been nice. But instead it was just riffing for 8 measures. It left the song feeling a little hollow when that kicked in, when that happened. So, but that's it. I mean, that's really it so far. Everything else across the board, just fine. Just fine. I'm actually, for the most part, I'm actually enjoying this. So let's keep going. Let's see where we go from here. what I mean? This place kind of shoehorned. Good. Good inning. Good solid inning. I was not gonna lie, when I heard them get to that fifth and they were holding on that fifth, I'm like, please don't tell me they're gonna end on the fifth. Now we really needed to end it on the route there, and I'm really glad to see that they did. I have some thoughts. I do have some thoughts, and we will definitely talk about them in the review. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we will talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Metal Helsinger featuring Serj Tankian with a tune called No Tomorrow. This was a request from Language Learner QC. Okay, there's not a lot to talk about, but there are a few things I would like to discuss with you guys. So I don't think we're going to be here for too long. Like, I don't see us being here for 30 minutes, but at the same time, it's probably going to be a little bit more than like 10. So let's get to the score, and we'll see where we end up here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.3. Yep, 8.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.3. What does that mean? Well, an 8.3 would translate to a great skill rating because overall, I think this was a great song. It would also get 4 out of 5 stars and an A- letter grade. Yeah, let that one sink in. So there you go, an 8.3, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Ha ha ha! So glad you asked. Okay, overall, I think it's a great song. I think it's well conceived. I do think it is well constructed. It does flow, for the most part, really well. Transitioning from one phrase to the next, it all makes sense for the most part. There are a couple spots where I do have a little bit of a point of contention. There was that one section toward the beginning, I think it was about the 2-minute mark, somewhere in there, where it went into this riff. It's the main riff of the song, and it just riffed for absolutely no reason. There was nothing over the top of it. There was no vocal line. There was no melodic line from any of the instrumentation. There were no harmonies happening because there was no melodic line. There was no soloing going on. There was nothing happening. And we just went on for 8 measures of riffing. Just riffing. Just empty space. It's a step up from dead air. And that's you never really want that in a song. When you have a riff going on like that, you really want to have something going on to support the usage of the riffing. The riffing has to serve a purpose, not just to elongate the song and fill space. That it's not enough. You need something over the top, a a vocal line, even a spoken word or a whispered word line, something to support the reason to have this riffing take up all that time. And there was nothing. So that's a little bit of a point of contention. That kind of sticks out. Not the greatest. The switching, I want to be very clear. I like the switching between, straight time to the half time to the double time back to the straight time. My only gripe about it was when we did do the switches, they were 4 measures. That entire section was 16 measures. 4 measures of straight time, 4 measures of half time, 4 measures of double time, 4 measures of straight time again. It just felt shoehorned. It absolutely did. It felt like they were trying to do too much in a short period of time. I would have loved it if they had, forget the straight time. You don't need it, okay? You've already set that up. And you're going to come back out of the song into the straight time anyway. So just dedicate those 16 measures to 8 measures of half time and 8 measures of double time. Make it a little bit longer so you can give the listener a chance to really get into that groove. And when you switch to that double time feel, stay there for 8 measures. Again, giving the listener a chance to find the groove, establish the groove, and really get into the groove and enjoy it. But when you rush through it and you push through it and you try to shove all of this together into this little 16 measure space, it feels forced. It feels shoehorned. And I absolutely felt that both times that they did it. I really wish they had just elongated it. The ending, if I'm being honest, I do feel like the ending was a little elongated. Now there's the exact opposite problem. They could have taken the ending, but the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, and they could have cut it in half, okay? I know why they did it. They wanted to give Serj a chance to kind of show off his vocal ability a little bit more. Listen, the entire song was a showcase for his vocal ability, okay? The entire song showed off what he could do vocally. It all did. There was no reason to extend the song out an extra minute just so he could show off his vocal ability even more. That ship sailed. That ship, that was covered. That has been taken care of. No reason to elongate the end for that. I do feel like the end got a little long in the tooth. I loved the ending. I think the ending was really smart, bringing us up to that apex on the 5th and holding it there and giving us all that sense of impending doom of, oh no, they're not going to end on the 5th, are they? And then they cut and they drop the root note on us with that big, thick chord. Yeah, powerful, strong, effective. That made sense. Loved everything about that. For the most part, though, everything else in the song sounded great. I loved the main riff. I absolutely did. The instrumentation selection was really well done. The guitar solos, 16 measures. Not too long, not too short. Just the right amount for a song like this. Honestly, I think they could have done more. Not in that guitar solo section. I don't think they should have made that section longer. But remember that break I was talking about where they just riffed and there was nothing over it? Put a guitar solo over that. Put a keyboard solo over that. Put something over that instrumentally to let them show off a little bit. Then that riffing would have made sense. It would have made perfect sense. I do feel like we could have had a little more soloing for a song that's almost 7 minutes long. Only a 16 measure solo. Could have been more. And I'm not talking about extending the solo. I don't think that's the solution. I think the 16 measure solo was a great amount of time. I'm just saying maybe do a little bit more in some other spots. I think that might have been a great solution. I know the song was really about showcasing Serj. And like I've said, I have my own personal feelings against the guy. I'm not a fan of his by any stretch. But, looking at his vocal talent, looking at his vocal ability, there's no denying he's a great vocalist. There's no denying that. Okay, he has demonstrated that time and time again. When it comes to great metal vocalists, I would honestly put him somewhere in the same category as like Mike Patton. He's able to do some really cool things with his voices. Things that you don't always hear from other vocalists. He's able to stylistically change his vocal delivery so he ends up sounding like completely different people, you know? I mean, there's absolutely no denying his talent, okay? And I think it was really well demonstrated here in this song. He did a great job across the board. The overall, I do think it's a great song. There's some things I wasn't the biggest fan of, but at the end of the day, though, it's still getting a great score of 8.3. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.3, which is a great skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.